What's going on, everybody? Ali Midawi here with a new one with you, and this one is actually on my personal page, also in my business page, also on YouTube, also on our podcast, and everywhere that we are operating. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit on a personal note plus a business note, so you take from it whatever is good for you, whatever is relevant for you. But, let me ask you a question. Are you in a relationship right now, or has been in the past, where unfortunately the relationship has suffered because of the business? Whether your spouse or your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, just did not understand what is it that you do, or maybe they did not comprehend that long-term vision that you were pursuing and whatnot, and you found yourself in a situation where every single time your business was even brought up, there was a fight or an argument. Well, I was there, and I have to be honest with you, you have to take ownership on that, because you kind of did it to yourself. You set up the wrong expectations. You did not deliver any results, and therefore your significant other looked at you like crazy, like, hey, you said we were going to be successful and it didn't happen. You said you were going to make the money back that we've invested and didn't make it happen. You said that we were going to be the best couple forever and do this and do this and do that. And you're just in meetings and events all the time. Can you relate? So let me share something with you. So first things first, when it comes especially if you're starting a business on your own, what you need to comprehend is that your significant other is the number one prospect, that you have to deal with, because they have to buy into your product, your vision, your service, whatever it is that you're doing. That's the first half of the equation. The second half, you have to sell them on it every single day. Every day you have to resell them on that vision. You have to resell them on that. You have to remotivate them. You have to redirect them to understand that yes, it is gonna work. Yes, it is happening. Yes, this, yes, that. So it took me 9 years to kind of get this epiphany and finally utilize my business to better my relationship instead of compromising my relationship to build my business. I don't know if that makes sense for you. Let me just elaborate. I love personal growth. I go to every seminar that I could. I jump on every webinar that I can. I'm on every Facebook Live. I read every single article. I do everything that I can humanly possibly do to become a better person in the business space, right? So I can have and add more value into my audience, right? I take a lot of notes. I am continually doing rituals like reading early in the morning, listening to audiobooks, watching videos, doing everything so I can feed my brain, and I would absolutely and 100% implement and apply towards my business. What I wasn't doing, however, is take whatever I was absorbing and educating in the business space and applying it on a personal note. See, they call it personal growth, meaning you become a better person. Well, I kind of grew in a business space, but at one point of my life, I wasn't growing on my personal side of life. I wasn't really doing the things that I was supposed to be doing as that person that I was preaching about, that I'm talking about, on my lives and everything else. And that epiphany just gave me a realization like, wow, only if I actually apply the things that I talk about and I learn, what change and what difference would that apply into my relationship? So therefore, I started taking the things that I was learning from a leadership perspective, influence perspective, sales perspective, networking, business development, and so on and so forth. And I started applying it every single day with my wife. The concept of anytime somebody is 5 feet away from you, just say hello and how are you, right? I started doing that. My wife would pass by me and be like, what's up, beautiful, right? Complimenting, everything and anything that, again, we educate one another and we teach to the masses. I started or I made a decision, and absolutely was concrete about it, that I will make my wife my number one focus on everything that I am doing, right? It's like that when we talk about what's your reason why. Well, for me, it's a who is my reason why. That's my wife. I live for the woman. She made my life amazing. I used to try to impress the world. Now she made the world perfect for me, that I no longer have to try to impress anybody, right? So that piece right there not only had my wife respond in such a positive manner. I mean, our relationship like that went phenomenal. We communicate better. We talk better. We do everything together. We respect one another. We through the classes and the training that we've gone through, we understand what it means to, collaborate. We understand what it means to communicate. We understand what it means to just live life together and have a common goal for the greater good of others. And that was never something that I had, at least in the first 7 years of my business career. But right now, it's so much better. And again, it's not because all of a sudden I'm this great individual. I actually just started applying everything that I was always doing in my business in my relationship. See, in our business, we tell the world, love people, respect people. If they're not ready to get involved in our businesses, just give them some time. They'll get it when the time is ready. We say don't insult or be aggressive on somebody if they don't understand what you do. And if they say, I just want to stay with a job. Guess what? I was aggressive at one point in my life, in my relationship, where, I'll tell my wife, get out of your job. And she's like, no, I'm not going to get out and get into that stupid thing that didn't work out for you in the first 2 companies. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We're making 6 figures. Get out. And it was her concerns that will always speak up. We need a safety net. We need a safety net. And here I am, every prospect that I have ever had that said something like that, I said, well, listen, when the time is right, just let's reconvene. Let's retouch in 90 days. But when it came to my wife, I fought her about that point. So again, the epiphany was, I am going to treat my wife with that love, that respect that we preach about all the time. And here's what happened. My wife started collaborating with me in the business space. My wife started helping me out and make the business that we're building possible. She made me the superstar. Like, she literally manages me in every aspect of everything that I do. Yeah, I speak in front of, these devices. I type and I write the things that I create, but everything else, it is the superstar that she is, because I learned, hey, you have to know when to let go. You have to know when to delegate in a business space. So guess what I did with my wife? Hey, would you like to help me out? She said, yeah, I always wanted to help. You just never told me. And guess what I started doing? I started telling her, well, why don't you take care of the write-offs? And she said, absolutely. Then she conquered them. And then I said, hey, well, why don't you manage this? Or why don't you order banners? Or why don't you order collateral and marketing material? Why don't you book? And then my life started becoming so much better, and she just enjoyed, collaborating and helping and assisting and giving so much more. And again, if you are in a relationship and your business is a cause of arguments or lack of whatever that you're missing, that magic, utilize everything you are learning from your business. And if you're not in business, and for those of you who are watching this, and you may know somebody who is in a relationship and their relationship may be lacking, understand, and especially and specifically here when it comes to network marketing and the relationship business that I love dearly, that is the main reason why my relationship is 10 times bigger. I used to have a mentor who taught me to write positive notes to my team every single day. Like, just send a positive message to your team every single day. Guess what I started doing, 6-7 months ago? Well, actually, I've always done it, but not as efficiently and disciplined as I am. I started writing positive notes to my wife every single day. And she wakes up every morning with a smile in her face. Hey, you have to have a heart of a servant. You got to serve others. Guess what I started doing? I started serving my wife first. I started making breakfast and trying to do as much as I can, as horrible as I am at many, many things. And, as I wish sometimes I don't do certain things, but I started doing, hey, what would you do for your team right now to motivate them? Okay, let's do that for my wife. So apply those things that you are learning, those fundamentals that you are being educated upon in your business, and watch your relationship become 10 times bigger and better. Watch the magic happens. Start complimenting your significant other. Start communicating. Understand, you know, we talk about share your reason why and share your humility. It's okay to tell the world, hey, I'm struggling financially and this is why I'm doing this business. So I started going to my wife and saying, babe, I am struggling financially. This is why I need this thing to work. Right? I became honest with my wife instead of trying to impress her and tell her like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm going to be rich. You watch me. I started telling her like, I am dead broke and no one is hiring me and no opportunities are around. This is why I need this to work. And then she started buying into that concept. She started helping me. I kid you not. Now we have conference calls sometimes that we're listening to and she's like right there attentively listening, and you know, she'll hear a different voice and she'll just say, who's that speaking? You know, oh, that's a good point. And you know, she'll advise me on some business things that I'm doing. And that is because every single thing that I have learned in the business space that I've always applied to be a great businessman, I started actually applying it in my life so I can become a successful husband, so I can become a successful friend, so I can become a successful partner, right? Like that. Those are the things that we strive for business. Just take those very same things and apply them and watch the magic happen. That is one of the secret sauces of you know, my relationship with my wife. The other one is she is just phenomenally, unbelievably amazing, beautiful, fantastic, great, sexy as anything, and I love her to death. So please share this message because we love the love, and I know you do too. And there are many people who may have a relationship that is struggling or less than perfect right now. You can absolutely help them out and give them the love and show them, hey, listen, you can actually use this business because of the personal growth aspect that comes along with it to make your relationship better, to make the couple come along and come together on fixing things. We work out together, we pray together, we talk all the time, we watch whatever we watch together. We went to watch Wonder Woman yesterday, you know, randomly. So you can absolutely make your relationship better. Just create the right environment to make it so. For me, that right environment was everything that allowed me to succeed in the business space. Now I'm applying it in my personal life. So I hope this message helped you out a little bit. We will be back at 4:30 on Instagram Live and my personal Facebook for your Mindset Quickie. And also tonight at the ME Show, we're going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want me to interview you, just do these following things. 1, you want to make sure you watch. 2, you want to make sure you share that video. 3, you want to just type while we are live on the comment box, I have what it takes, and I will personally call you in audio or if you prefer video, and I'll allow you to tell my audience why they should be in business with you, why they should be working with you if you have what it takes, that is. So that's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in our business page. I'll make sure that it is tagged on every other platform beside the business page as well, because we are broadcasting from there as well. So if this helped you out, give us some love, share the love, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.